had that base technology, but never did a good job in key technology to overtake and maintain it grow. So others took Sony lead and moved on and moved past Sony. So innovative companies, like the organization, as I said, I started a couple of years ago, it was innovative in its, at that time. Now the challenge for me as president of this company is to maintain that growth, because now others are looking and say, hey, this is a neat way of having a company to organize conferences. So I'm feeling what Sony felt in mid-80s. So the challenge for me and my organization is to see, we're going to make some recommendation. Part of your research assignment, the last one, is what recommendation you make to senior management. I'm the senior management of International Association of Journal and Conferences. And the challenge and threat that is facing us is that we were the leader, we were the innovative company, but now others have more resources. We don't have as much resource. So they're looking at the model that we created, and there is a good chance, that they take over us. Then, like eBay was great, they maintained. Remember, so many companies came after eBay, but none of them maintained. None of them were able to bypass with their key technologies. So, I'd like to see what is the recommendation you would make to senior management like me in a company because, as I said, we had an innovative product, an innovative company. How can we manage in this rapid changes in technology and with our competition? We're looking at our model, company looked at Sony model, and they overtook them. So hopefully you have some good advice for management of my company. And then there are some planning concept. Mainly, as I said, planning is a very in-depth process. And usually most experts says planning always starts from top management and middle management. But I personally think, planning should start from bottom up, So you got to look at, when you do your planning, I want to see your own input, good or bad. I want you to analyze, and I want you to contribute. I'm not going to deduct point because, your approach and your recommendation is, I think, maybe not valid. It's the fact that you're looking and you're making recommendation and you're analyzing the situation. It means that you're learning the process. And there is no right or wrong answer. But personally, as I said, every expert has different opinion. Most experts think planning start at top. But you see a lot of cases that planning starting at the top hasn't worked for companies.
Planning should rather be on each stage of
planning is a very should be at many stages of the company. Even the janitor that is working in the company might give you some good point, because the person on the floor are in touch with customers. Problem with a lot of big companies are the management at the top is out of touch with reality, is out of touch with average Joe. How many times you see a big company and their senior management actually come to the floor and talk to the customer? Very rarely. Some do a good job. Costco, their management is just more in touch with what customer wants. And Walmart now listen to his customers, because customers have been telling for years they like to have a more user-friendly superstores. The aisle to be open. Most of the time, if you looked at the problem Walmart had, and I was one of those. Anytime I wanted to go to Walmart, I said, God, lines are too long, too many people there. I just needed few items. I couldn't go in and out quickly. So I would go where? I would go to this gas station. I wanted to buy just egg. I'm coming from work. I just wanted a couple of items. And I was willing to pay more to have convenient. The key to success of company and the planning is they have to have their ears. They have to listen to the customer. And Walmart had that opportunity for years because they were associated with low price, but they were losing some customer like me if I wanted just few items. Now, they're changing. Now with this announcement this morning of Project Impact, they want to take over and they're redesign. They started one store in New Jersey. I was reading 210,000 square feet facility, and they have rearranged. It's more like that you actually can go in another situation with Walmart is when you go, you can't find items sometimes. You have to look and like grocery one side, and you wanted to buy some pet supply. There was on the other side of the store. So they did some research and look. So most people that go, they wanted to, if they want to buy grocery, they want some item to be next to it, so they can go in and out quicker time. Now, their rearrangement, they're doing that. So this is something I want you to do in your research. So you're looking at the company and make sure you understand that company. Don't pick a company that you don't understand anything about. Make sure you understand. Walmart, your customer, you've gone there, you can. You understand. So you have to be able to use part of the product. So I would say planning involves everyone, not from top management. It involves from bottom up, and is a very delicate and depth process that companies need to take. One of the things that you do in planning is forecasting. Again, that's another thing. Companies do some companies do a good job, some company doesn't do a good job. What is forecasting? Who uses forecasting?
Every company uses forecasting.
Every company.
High-level management is involved in forecasting, like the example you gave in case of Amazon, that they forecasted that in later stages there would be virtual selling or virtual sites on which you can buy and sell books. So they came up with this forecasting, and now they are one of the most successful and the leaders in this industry. So that's what is forecasting.
Some companies actually failed because of poor forecasting. Forecasting by itself is a very in-depth topic, and that's a topic, you can take a course in forecasting. I remember in this class, we touch on surfaces of many important topics that modern management is about. And forecasting, as I said, is a key point that goes with planning. It goes hand in hand with planning. Some companies do a very good job, and some companies do a very poor job. One reason Circuit City went out of business, they had very poor forecasting procedure in place. They didn't, especially, you have season, you have Christmas coming up, you have sales forecast changes during period. You have to be able to understand what changes and how you're going to adjust your inventory. Circuit City, they had too much inventory of plasma. And plasma, they weren't following the market, as I said. Here we touch and we continue on forecasting on Monday, online interaction. And Circuit City had a lot of plasma to be, but problem with plasma for years was, I don't know if you own a high-def TV or not, problem with plasma always was the quality. And they just ordered too much, and they didn't take into account what Best Buy was doing. Best Buy overtook them. Now, Walmart is using that opportunity, and with Circuit City going out of business, Walmart is moving and is forecasting that it's going to take some share from that gap that was created by demise of Circuit City. If you notice, in a part of change in a strategic planning of Walmart is to have more electronic. So, traditionally, vision and mission of Walmart wasn't to be a superstore, to be an electronic store. Walmart started with what? It started as more type of grocery,